In a world where books come alive and adventure awaits on every page, there are two sworn enemies, the cat and the mice. The cat is large, fierce, and quick. The mice are small, swift, and numerous. But wait, this isn't the story you already know. Oh no, this is going to be an exciting tale of bravery, new beginnings, and most importantly, friendship. Deep under the floorboards of an old library lived a community of mice. They scurried around in secret tunnels, making their home among the dusty shelves of forgotten books. Now, this library wasn't just any place. It was magical. The books glowed with an inner light, and when the mice snuggled up to read them at night, the words inside would whisper to them, telling fantastical stories that sparked their imaginations. But there was a catch. Every night when the sun went down and the mice came out to play, they had to be super careful. Why? Because guarding the library was a big ginger cat with sharp claws and even sharper teeth. He patrolled the shelves like a knight protecting his castle, chasing the mice away with a flick of his tail or a swipe of his paw. Now, you'd think the mice would be scared, and they were, but one young mouse named Pico was extra scared. He was so frightened of the cat that he'd hide behind a book until morning. One day, while the other mice were out collecting food, Pico decided to stay behind and listen to the cat's story. He wanted to know why he was so mean to the mice, and what made him the grumpy old cat that he was. As Pico crept closer to the bookshelf where the cat liked to nap, he heard a soft meow, and the cat wasn't snarling or growling like Pico imagined. He sounded sad. Taking a deep breath, Pico asked the cat a question. "Why do you chase us away every night? What's your story?" The cat opened one eye and looked at Pico. "My story? Well, it's not a very exciting one, to be honest. You see, I used to have a job here in the library. I was the librarian's cat. We'd sit by the fireplace each night while the humans were asleep, and read all the exciting adventures from these books. We'd share stories and laugh together. It was wonderful." The cat sighed. But then one day, the humans stopped coming to the library. They built another one in town and left this one empty. I was too old to find a new home, so I stayed here, all alone. The cat looked away, embarrassed. "I guess I get a bit grumpy without my friend, the librarian. And when you mice come out to play, I just get a little angry because you remind me of the cheerful, chatty mice that used to live here, just like you." The cat yawned, stretching out on the shelf. "You can come out now, you know. I won't chase you away." At first, Pico couldn't believe what he was hearing. Could this fierce, scary-looking cat really be lonely? But then he thought about how brave he'd have to be to ask the cat to be his friend. Pico took a deep breath and said, "Would you like some company? We could tell you stories every night. We have so many adventures we can share." The cat looked at Pico with surprise. Then he smiled, a slow, happy smile that reached his eyes, making them sparkle like gold coins. "Really? You'd like to tell stories with me?" From that day on, the cat and the mice became friends. Every night they'd meet in the candlelit library, and the mice would gather around the cat, listening intently as he told them exciting tales from his adventures as a young cat. Sometimes the cat would even let them curl up beside him on the bookshelf, purring like a motorboat as they snuggled close to keep warm. And when the sun began to rise, the mice would scurry away to their secret tunnels, leaving the library in peace until nightfall. The books whispered happily, their pages turning as if to say goodnight to their little mouse and cat friends. They were no longer enemies, but companions who found magic in friendship and laughter, proving that sometimes the most frightening monsters can become our best friends. Once upon a time, there was a big, bad, scary dragon who lived at the top of a tall mountain. He had sharp teeth and claws and a booming voice that shook the whole kingdom. The villagers below were so afraid of the dragon that they locked themselves inside their homes at night, too scared to leave their doors open, even a crack. They were so frightened that they'd never even tried to make friends with the dragon. One day, a young girl named Ilara decided she didn't want to be scared anymore. She wanted to make friends with the dragon, but she knew that to do that, she'd have to climb up the tall mountain and face her greatest fear. So that's what she did.